I hope so. Everyone has understood the first video. That is a small introduction, but it is very useful. So if you know that how to represent the organic compounds in the form of bond line or dash representation or Lewis dot or condensed form, then only you can do the next concept, that is hybridization in case of organic compounds. Just I am focusing here in case of organic compounds how to do the hybridization. Okay na? So after that we are coming to the next inorganic compounds. Also we'll see some shortcuts also. Here also I am going to say the shortcuts, how to identify hybrid orbitals and how to identify pure orbital, what is the ratio between hybrid orbitals and pure orbitals. Those all we are going to see in this case. So which is very important as competitive point of view, the ratio between hybrid orbital to pure orbitals. Okay, so pure orbital to hybrid orbitals. So how to identify, by seeing the compound itself only we can identify the hybridization. You do concentrate on this video, so it is very useful and you can easily do the wonders by watching this one. Okay, so let's get into the hybridization in organic compounds. In organic compounds. So in organic compounds, how to write the hybridization. Just first, initially we are going to see the so what is meant by hybridization? I think so everyone know. It is simply intermixing of atomic orbitals, which are nearly same energy containing atomic orbital. We have to intermix them. So by intermixing those atomic orbital, what happens? We will get the new orbitals. Those new orbitals are said to be hybrid orbitals. That phenomena of formation of that hybrid orbital is called hybridization. That's it's very simple. So which type of hybrid orbitals we have to mix? We have to mix the same atom containing nearly same energy containing atomic orbitals we have to mix. Okay na? So then what happens? We will get the hybrid orbitals. In case of organic chemistry, in case of organic compound, what type of hybridizations are possible? So sp, sp2 and sp3. These three types of hybridizations only possible in case of organic chemistry. Okay, why only 3? Why not more than 3? sp3d or sp3d2 or sp3d3? Why not those? Because the carbon is it is a 6 atomic number, mass number is 12. It is not having third energy cell, it has only second energy cell only. You can see the carbon atomic number is 6, mass number is 12 AMU. So now in this case what happens? Its electronic configuration, if you had seen 1s2, 2s2, 2p2 here. So in this 2p subcell we have the 3p orbitals. So 2s contains the 1 orbital, 2s subcell contains 1 orbital. So which has the 2 electrons in this p subcell. So only 2 electrons are present. Then what happens here? We had discussed in the first video that carbon is showing tetravalency. It is forming 4 number of bonds. If it want to form the bonds, it requires the unpaired electron. But by seeing the electronic configuration of carbon, we have only 2 bonds are there. 2 bonds will be formed by this. But what happens? One of the electron which is present in the 2s orbital will excite into 2p. How, sir? How it will be excite? By absorbing energy. Who will give that energy? Who will give the energy to excite that 2s electron into 2p? So no one will give the energy to the jump that electron into 2p. So it gains that energy itself only. Whenever it forms the bond with the other atoms, then what happens? Whatever the energy is released, that released energy is utilized by the atom to excite the electron. That is very important. So no one will supply the energy. So after formation of bond, what happens? Whatever the energy which is released, that energy is utilized for the excitation of electron. Is that clear? Very important in the first excited state configuration. It is called ground state electronic configuration. Ground state in the sense it won't be in the ground. So it is actual state of the atom. Okay, now that is normal atom which is not having any excitation. That is what we are calling ground state electronic configuration. first excited state electronic configuration, first excited state electronic configuration. That is what one of the electron is jumped into the water. Nearly this 2s and 2p will have the water nearly same energy. Okay na? So slightly 2p will have the water more energy compared to 2s, but nearly same energy. Then what happens? 2s1 it becomes, so 2p contains what? 3 electrons. Then total how many number of valence electrons are there? Someone will say that, sir, there are only 3 electrons are there. Sir, there are only 2 electrons are there in the valency cell. Valency cell means they will think that outermost shell, they will think that this is the outermost shell. He should not see which is present at the last. We have to see the principal quantum number, which is the highest principal quantum number here, 2 in the carbon atom. So that second energy cell is what? Valency cell. In the second energy cell, how many electrons are there? Those electrons you have to consider as what? Valence electron. Now overall how many here? 2. Total 4 electrons are there. So this is 4 electrons. We are going to mix the what? Intermixing of these atomic orbitals. How many atomic orbitals you are going to mix? Those many hybrid orbitals you will get. Firstly, I will say the points regarding hybridization. You do remember these points. So these points are very important as a NEET point of view, as MSET point of view. In so many cases, they are going to ask which of the following is incorrect regarding hybridization. Now you do remember here, hybridization is the phenomena of intermixing of atomic orbital which are nearly same energy containing orbitals. Whenever we are mixing, we will get the what? Hybrid orbitals. Simply what how we will do in lower classes, how we have learned by planting. So we will take the what? Different plants and we will cut there some places and we will fix it, and we will do now some hybridization. There we will prepare the what? Some new compound, new plant which is having good quality when compared to other two. Okay na? So like that, in that hybrid orbital which are having nearly same energy, we will have the what? Same energy. After intermixing atomic orbital, you will get the same energy containing orbital. Those same energy containing orbitals are said to be what? Hybrid orbital. What is the necessity to form the hybridization? If we are not doing the hybridization, then what happens right here? We are getting the what? 4 bonds between these 4 atoms. These 4 electrons containing these 4 orbitals are involved with the overlapping with the 4 hydrogen atoms. Each hydrogen will have the what? 1s orbital, 1s orbital, 1s orbital. This carbon will have the what? 2s orbital of 1 unpaired electron is overlapped with this hydrogen atom. And here what? 2s is completed, 2p. Here 2p orbital and 1s orbital is overlapping. Here 2p orbital of another electron is overlapping. Here also 2p orbital is overlapping. Will it forming all the same type of bonds? No, it is not correct. So here 2s 1s overlapping is there. Here 2p 1s overlapping is there. 2p 1s 2p 1s is there. So different overlapping means we should get the different types of bonds. Is it or not? But what happens experimentally? It is observed that it has the what? Same type of bonds. All are having equal bond energy. All are having equal bond length. Then they proposed this concept of hybridization. Okay, by Linus Pauling. Okay, na? So next we are going to see the what? Here, hybridization. Now in this case, whenever we are mixing the what? 1s atomic orbital. So how many atomic orbital we are mixing? Those many hybrid orbitals will get. By hybridization phenomena, you are going to get only sigma bonds, you won't get pi bonds. That you do remember. How many atomic orbital you are going to mix? Those many hybrid orbitals you will get. By hybridization phenomena, you are going to get only sigma bonds, you won't get pi bonds. Okay na? So that is the major concept. So in this case, based on the hybridization only, the geometry of the molecule will be decided. So how those hybrid orbitals will be arranged around the central atom, where the repulsions are minimum in that position. If it is 2 hybrid orbitals are there, those 2 hybrid orbitals should be arranged in linear position. They should be arranged in like this linear position. This is one hybrid orbital, this is another hybrid orbital. They should be arranged like this. Here when they are opposite to one another, then only they are having minimum repulsions. But when they are arranged like this, so they are having some sort of repulsions. having some sort of repulsions. When they are arranged like this, they are having minimum repulsions. Is that clear? If we have 3 orbitals are there, those 3 orbitals should be, 3 hybrid orbitals should be arranged in a trigonal planar manner. In the trigonal planar, you can take the water like this, in trigonal planar. So this is what a trigonal planar you can take. So trigonal planar. In tetrahedral manner, what happens? One of the bond will be what here. You can take the here. So these are the what like this, and one more bond will be what up. So one more bond will be what here up like this. So then what happens? It is what in a 3-dimensional one. This sp and sp2 are what planar in nature, but whereas if you are taking the what sp3 is what, it is a non-planar compound which is out of the plane. Okay na? So the geometry of the molecule mainly based on the what hybridization. Now you see here, I am mixing the what, intermixing the what, one s atomic orbital and one p orbital I am mixing. We are getting the what, 2 hybrid orbitals. How many atomic orbital I am mixing? 2. One s, one p. Total 2. So 2 sp hybrid orbitals I am getting. So those 2 sp hybrid orbitals are arranged in this manner. So then we are getting the linear shape. So its bond angle is what, 180 degrees. You do remember. So 1 s atomic orbital, 2 p atomic orbitals. We are getting sp2 hybridization. So how many atomic orbital? 1 plus 2, that is 3. 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals should be arranged in trigonal planar. In trigonal planar manner we have to arrange. So like this, in trigonal planar. So after that what are 1 s atomic orbital, 3 p atomic orbitals are intermixed. Then we are getting 4 sp3 hybrid orbital. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are arranged in a tetrahedral manner. So it is what tetrahedral. Here bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. So its geometry will be what, tetrahedral. It is tetrahedral. In this case what are trigonal planar. So bond angle will be 120 degrees. So it is what geometry will be trigonal planar. So don't do these all things. Okay, hybridization, those all. Simply what I will tell you here, shortcut. So you do remember the structure and bond angles. Just now I told you this sp and sp2 are what, planar. Planar. The molecule which are having the what hybridization sp and sp2, they comes under what, planar. The orbitals, the molecule which is having sp3 hybridization, then it is a non-planar molecule. Is that clear? Planar and non-planar molecule. Is that clear, everyone? So next we are going to see the water, next one, that is we are going to see the shortcut. So shortcut, how to identify the what hybridization. So now hybrid orbitals, we should get the what hybrid orbitals. If you have 2 hybrid orbitals, then its hybridization will be what, sp. If you have 3 hybrid orbitals, its hybridization is sp2. If we have 4 hybrid orbitals, it is sp3. How to identify hybrid orbitals here? Hybrid orbitals is equal to, very important, number of sigma bonds plus number of lone pair of electrons. Number of lone pair of electrons. Lone pair we have to take. Lone pair of electron means one pair of electron is there, means that 2 electrons are there, means one pair we have to consider. So another form is also there, based on number of pi bonds. Based on number of pi bonds you can decide. So hybrid orbitals can be decided as, if it is having 0 pi bonds, then its hybrid orbitals will be, hybrid orbitals is equal to 3, hybrid orbital is equal to 4. If it is 1 pi bond is there between the carbon atom, I am saying only we are discussing in case of organic compound. So only 1 pi bond is there. So hybrid orbitals will be what, 3. That is 4 means what, it will be sp3. So 3 means what, it is sp2. If we have 2 pi bonds are there between the carbon atoms, so hybrid orbitals will be what, here 2. Its hybridization is sp. Is that clear? So 2 methods I am saying, so which is very important, that is what, hybrid orbital which is equal to number of sigma bonds plus number of lone pair of electron, which is somewhat difficult if you are feeling. By simply saying the what, by seeing the what organic molecule with 0 number of pi bonds, sp3, 1 pi bond, sp2, 1 pi bond means sp2 in the sense 3 hybrid orbitals, 2 pi bonds means it is sp, hybridization, how many hybrid orbitals it will be? 2. Is that clear? So shall we look into this some examples? Most important examples we are going to see. So hybridization, have you understood now? So which orbitals are involving in the hybridization concept here? So the valency shell containing orbitals are involved in hybridization. Will it involve only unpaired electron containing orbitals? No. Even paired electron containing orbitals also will be involved in hybridization. Even without electrons also containing orbitals also involved in hybridization. You add this point in hybridization concept. Okay now? So which orbitals will be involved? Even with one electron, with more than without any electrons, with paired electron containing orbitals also involved in hybridization. Now we are going to see the what examples. And you can take the what methane. So I am going to take the what methane. So its formula is what CH4. So you should know this structure. Then you can identify how many sigma bonds are there, how many pi bonds are there, how many lone pair of electrons are there. This carbon will have the what? Carbon will have 4 sigma bonds. Central atom 4 sigma bonds. That is 4 sigma bond plus how many lone pairs? Carbon will not have any lone pair, 0 number of lone pairs. So then total hybrid orbitals are, hybrid orbital is equal to 4 means which hybridization it is? sp3. Is that clear? First example. So next second example we are going to see the ethane. Next second example is what? Ethane. You can take the ethane. So this is what ethane molecule. Now you see in this case ethane molecule, how many carbon atom? This carbon atom is having what? This carbon atom is having all will be what? Sigma bonds. All are single bond. 4 sigma bonds. 4 sigma bonds and 0 number of lone pairs. So which hybridization it is? sp3. And also you can compare the what second shortcut also. Will it have any pi bonds here? So 0 number of pi bonds. 0 pi bonds in the sense sp3. Is that clear? So here also 0 pi bonds sp3. Here also 0 pi bonds sp3. So now you see in this case, here what happens? This is a sp3 carbon. This is also sp3 carbon. In between this sp3 carbon, what type of bonds we have? What type of bonds we have? This sigma, this carbon containing sp3 orbital will overlap with this carbon containing sp3. So we are getting carbon to carbon bond will be which type of bond it is? sp3 overlapping bond. Is that clear? sp3 orbital of this carbon is overlapping with sp3 orbital of this carbon. Similarly, each hydrogen will have the what? 1s orbital. Here also 1s orbital containing one unpaired electron is there. That unpaired electron containing bonded atom will overlap with sp3 hybrid orbital of this carbon. One hybrid orbital is involved here. 3 more hybrid orbitals are there for this carbon. Each hybrid orbital will overlap with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. Then what happens here? This carbon will have the what? 3 sp3s overlappings are possible. 3 sigma sp3s are there. For this carbon also will have the what? 3 sigma sp3s bonds are there. Is that clear? So those are the what type of bonds which are present in ethane molecule. Is that clear everyone? Next we are going to see the what? Next one, third one, ethene molecule. Ethene. So ethene in the sense what? In between the carbon and carbon there should be what? Double bond. So ethene is formula is what? C2H4. We have to write the 2 carbons. So here ene we are writing, that is 2 double bond, 2 E's are coming. So we are writing the what? 2 more hydrogens here. Now based on pi bonds you can decide what hybridization it is. 1 pi bond. 1 pi bond in the sense what? sp2. 0 pi bond sp3, 1 pi bond sp2, 2 pi bonds sp. Okay. So here also this carbon is having one pi bond. So then it is also one pi bond. So it is sp2. So sp2 in the sense what hybridization? What is the structure? It will be trigonal planar. Now it is a sp2 carbon. It is also sp2 carbon. Means what? The carbon containing out of one s orbital and 3 p orbitals. Out of these 4 orbitals, one s orbital and 2 p orbitals are involving in hybridization. One more p orbital is not involving here. Only 2 p orbitals are involved in hybridization. Which means that what? One p orbital containing unpaired electron is free. Okay, now which is not participating in hybridization. So then what happens? The orbital which is not participating in hybridization, that will involve in sidewise overlapping. With this carbon also contains one more p orbital with unpaired electron. Those two will sidewise overlapping. They will form the what? Pi bond. This pi bond is formed by the what? Sidewise overlapping. So this is what? Sidewise overlapping pi, py or pz pi pp overlapping. Okay. So this is what? Sigma bond. How we are getting sigma bond? sp2 orbital of this carbon, sp2 orbital of this carbon are end to end overlapping, then we are getting sigma bond. Here what? 1s orbital, 1s orbital. So now in between these two carbon atom and this hydrogen atom, which type of overlapping it is? Sigma sp2s overlapping. Here also sigma sp2s overlapping, sigma sp2s, sigma sp2s. Is that clear? Next, one more we are taking, one more, that is what? Ethyl. Ethyl. Ethyl is formula is what? C2H2. Now here carbon to carbon, how many bonds are there? 3 bonds. So that is what? One hydrogen atom for each carbon. So this carbon is having how many pi bonds? 2 pi bonds. Out of multiple bonds, one will be the sigma bond, remaining all will be pi bonds. So this is only the one sigma bond, remaining 2 will be what? Pi bonds. Is that clear? So these 2 pi bonds in the sense which hybridization? Sp. It is also 2 pi bond. This carbon is also surrounded with 2 pi bonds. It is also sp hybridization. Whether it is linear or non-linear molecule, or planar or non-planar molecule, it is a planar and linear molecule. Okay, so now in this case, this is sp orbital. Here whatever the sigma bond which we are getting, sigma sp overlapping is there. So this bond is what? Sp orbital of this carbon is overlapping with s orbital of this hydrogen atom, because this carbon contains the what? 2 sp orbitals. Sp hybridization in the sense 2 hybrid orbitals. One hybrid orbital is involving with the what? Overlapping with sp orbital of this carbon. Sigma bond is formed. One more sp orbital is there. That sp orbital is overlapping with this hydrogen atom, 1s orbital. Sp. Here, which type of overlapping it is? Sigma sp s overlapping. Here also what? Sigma sp s overlapping. Is that clear? Am I going fast? So try to focus on it. We have to discuss some more examples. Okay na? Is that clear everyone? So type of bonds we had seen. So just simply I will say here, we'll have separate study on bond parameters. We'll see here. So it is what? Sigma bond, single bond between this CC carbon. So its bond length will be what? 1.54 angstroms. Or simply you can take the what? Or else you can take 154 picometers. 154 picometers or 1.54 angstroms. So now you can take the water here. This bond is what? Signal bond between the carbon atoms. So which has a bond energy will be what? 351 kilojoules. Now in between the two double bonds, here carbon to carbon bond length will be what? 1.34 angstroms or 134 picometers or 134 picometers. Now here triple bond is there, it is 1.20 angstroms. So bond or else 120 picometers. Is that clear? Now what happening here? 1.54, 1.34, 1.20. As number of bonds between the atom is increases, then what happens? Bond length is what happening? Decreasing. When bond length is decreased, then what happens? Its bond energy will be increases. Here 351 kilojoules now. Here approximately it will be 600 approximately. Nearly I am saying, I don't know exact value. No need of remembering the exact value also. You have to remember the what relation, that is what bond length. Bond length is inversely related with what bond energy. Bond energy in the sense energy required to break that bond. Now here single bond is there, in between only one bond is there. We can easily break that bond. But whereas here two bonds are there, those two bonds should be perpendicular to one another. Pi bonds always will be. This is sigma bond, means pi bond is how it is forming. Now we have the what? These are the three p orbitals. These are the 3p orbital, px, these are px orbital, this is what pz orbital, this is py orbital. So when these three are approaching like this, then what happens? These two will involve in end-to-end overlapping. But whereas these orbitals are there, no, these are how they are. There is no possibility of end-to-end overlapping. Either it may be this between these two, or between these two, or between these two. Any between two orbital will be only one sigma bond is possible. Remaining all will be pi bond. After formation of this, these two orbitals are how they are? Perpendicular, planar to one another, one parallel to one another. So then what happens? Sidewise overlapping, weak bond, that is pi bond. Here also sidewise overlapping, weak bond, pi bond. Is that clear, everyone? So that is what most important one. Pi bonds are what? Weaker bonds, sigma bonds are stronger bond. When more number of bonds are increasing, then what happens? They are very close to one another. Nucleus will becomes closer because they are strongly held by these two atoms. Then what happens? Nucleus comes closer, bond length decreases. Here further bond length is decreasing. When bond length is decreased, bond strength becomes increases. When bond strength is increased, bond energy increases. Is that clear? So I think so these examples are clear. Now we will see the general example. So in case of general example, how to identify hybridization. I will write here some more example. Note down fastly, and you do identify hybridization first. Firstly, you should identify the what hybridization. Now I will write the what it is butane 1,3-butadiene. Firstly, so it is cyclohexene. So I am going to take CH3 plus CH3 minus CH3 radical. Okay, so next I am going to benzene. I am going to take the benzene. I am going to take the cyclopentene. Now I am going to take the one more example, that is naphthalene. Okay, so like that, so many example you can take. I am going to write the steps. I am going to write like the steps. Okay, I am going to write the swastik symbol. Sorry. Okay, I am going to write here into symbol. I am going to write the next. You can take the triangle. Okay, this all will be what a simple example. Firstly, I will tell you hybridization. You do concentrate. Once you do concentrate on this, so here what happens? There are three carbons, three hydrogen atoms are there. These three will form the what a sigma bond, one positive charge. Now what do you have to do? You have to find the hybrid orbital is equal to number of sigma bonds are how many here? How many sigma bonds are there? 3. Plus is there any lone pairs? 0. 3 hybrid orbital in the sense what? Which hybridization it is? sp2. Do remember that methyl carbocation. Okay, methyl carbocation. Okay, it is having the what? Which hybridization? sp2. Geometry will be trigonal planar. Now you can take this one. So in the sense what here? It is having 3 hydrogen atom. the negative sign indicates this carbon is already has the bond, this already has the what, one electron, and this carbon, what it is doing, it is accepting one more electron from this atom. Whenever it is accepting one more electron from this atom, then what happens on this carbon will get the negative charge. That negative charge indicates 2 electrons. Is that clear? So one electron already carbon has, one more electron is accepting from you. Then what happens? It will have the what, negative symbol. Okay. So that is what, a negative charge. This negative charge indicates what, a pair of electron, that is 2 electron. So hybrid orbital is equal to what, 3 sigma bonds plus how many lone pairs? That one negative charge indicates 2 electrons. That is 1. 3 plus 1 lone pair of electron you can consider, that is 4. So 4 hybrid orbital in the sense what, which hybridization? sp3. So methyl carbene ion, methyl carbocation, it is methyl carbene anion will have the what, sp3 hybridization. Now what about this one? This carbon will have the what, 3 bonds with 3 hydrogen atoms. One dot is there. Then here this dot indicates what, only single electron. Single electron is not considered as lone pair of electron. Then hybrid orbitals will be how many? 3 sigma bonds plus 0 number of lone pairs. So this single electron does not involve in hybridization. So 3 hybrid orbital in the sense sp2. Methyl carbocation, methyl free radical, it is called what, a free radical. Single electron containing species are called what, a free radical, or they are also called odd number of electron containing species are also called free radical. Is that clear? So which is very important. Next, coming to here. So what type of hybridization it involves? What type of hybridization? All are what, sigma bonds. So it is sp3, sp3, sp3. All carbon atoms are sp3. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear, everyone? These all will be what, corner atoms which are 0 number of pi bonds. So 0 pi bonds means sp3. Is that clear? Or else if you want to write in the first formula wise, that is you need to write that terminal carbon indicates what, CH3. So CH3 having 4 sigma bonds. Here already 2 sigma bonds are there. 2 more bonds you have to write with hydrogen atoms. 2 sigma bonds. Here also 2 more sigma bonds with 2 hydrogen atom. Here 3. Like that you need to write. Okay. So if you are perfect with bond line, that is if you watch properly that first video, then you can understand easily. So now here what, based on pi bonds, here 1 pi bond is there for this carbon atom, sp2. It is also having the what, 1 pi bond. So it is also sp2. It is also sp2. It is also sp2. All are sp2 carbon. Okay na? So don't worry about the names. We'll have separate IPSC names. Don't worry. Just you focus on it. You do this one. You do this one. I will tell you in benzene. So it is what, sp2 carbon, because one carbon is having the what, this pi bond. 1 pi bond is there. 1 pi bond. All the carbon atoms in benzene ring are what, sp2. You can take the what, it is butane. In this case, in between these 2 carbon atoms, what happens here? It is what, 2 pi bonds are there, sp. It is also 2 pi bond, sp. It is what, 0 number of pi bond this carbon. It is what, sp3. It is what, 0 number of pi bond, sp3. So are you going to do all these examples with your own? You can do in the steps, in the steps. So you can do the what, sp2. It is also sp2, 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 all will be sp2. In cyclopropane, so sp3, 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 all are sp3. In swastik, all are sp3. Is that clear, everyone? So that is what, all will be what, you can do like that based on the number of sigma and pi bonds. It's going to somewhat longer video, but it is very important. Is that clear, everyone? So shall we look into the pure orbital ratio to hybrid orbital ratio, which is very, very important. What is meant by pure orbitals here? The orbital which are not taking part in hybridization, those orbitals are said to be what, pure orbitals. You do these all examples, so then it is you will be perfect with what, hybridization concept. Coming to the what, pure orbitals. pure orbitals and hybrid orbitals. And hybrid orbital. Just now you know that hybrid orbitals means what, you know. So if it is sp, 2 hybrid orbital, sp2 means 3 hybrid orbital, sp3 means 4 hybrid orbitals. What is meant by pure orbitals? The orbital which are not taking part in hybridization. Say for example, if the carbon is participating in sp hybridization, then what happens? One s orbital, one p orbital is involving in hybridization. Means what? The carbon containing here 2s orbital is there, 2p orbital is there. 2s contain 1 orbital, so 2p subcell contains 3 orbital. So one s, one p is involved. Means what? 2p orbitals are not involving in hybridization in case of sp. In case of sp hybridization, 2p orbitals are what? Pure orbitals. 2 will be what? Pure orbitals. So here sp in 2 will be what? Hybrid orbitals. 2 are hybrid orbitals, 2 are what? Pure orbitals. In case of sp2, one s orbital, one p orbital, one 2p orbital, one s orbital. That is what? One p orbital is not involving. So 3 hybrid orbitals, one will be what? Pure orbital. One will be pure orbital. In case of sp3, 4 will be what? 4 will be hybrid orbitals. So 0 number will be what? Pure orbital, because all the atoms are involved in hybridization. Which atoms? These all are central atom. That you do need remember. So whatever the bonded atom, which bonded atom will be hydrogen? In hydrocarbons only we are seeing. In hydrocarbon only hydrogen and carbon. So carbon, hydrogen contain only one bonded atom, that is involves in the what? Bonding formation. Okay na? So valency cell contains hydrogen contains only one atom. Okay na? Is that clear? So next we are going to see the what? This ratio. We are going to see simple to complex. Now first we are going to see ethene. In ethene molecule CH2 double bond CH2. So how many hybrid orbitals you say? This carbon will be what? sp2, sp2. One sp2 means what? 3 hybrid orbitals. Here also 3 hybrid orbitals. Total number of hybrid orbitals are how many? 6 hybrid orbital. Is that clear everyone? Now next coming to what? Pure orbital. So this carbon containing 3 orbitals are total how many? 1 s orbital, 2 p orbitals are involved in hybridization. 1 p orbital is left over here in this carbon. Here also 1 p orbital 2. So total will be what? 2 from carbon atoms. Pure orbitals from carbon atom will be 2. And hydrogen. Each hydrogen has the what? 1s valence electron. That is what? 1s orbital of each hydrogen. How many hydrogens are there? Here 2, here 2. Total 4. So total how many? 1 into 4. That is what? 4 orbitals of hydrogen. One hydrogen. One hydrogen atom in the sense what? Total of 1 s orbital. So total 2 plus 4, that is what? 6. 6 pure orbitals. So how many pure orbitals it will be? 6 pure orbital. What is the ratio of hybrid to pure orbital? 1:1. Is that clear? Hybrid orbital is to pure orbital is equal to 1:1. So next ethine I am going to see. Ethine. Ethine in the sense what? C triple bond CH. Now in this case it is sp hybridization. So 2sp, 2sp here. Hybrid orbitals will be what? 2 hybrid orbitals, 2 hybrid orbitals. Total 4 hybrid orbitals. Is that clear? So now how many pure orbitals are there? sp means 2 p orbitals are there in each carbon. Here 2p, here 2p. So total how many? 4 p orbitals. How many s? 1s, 1s, 2s. So total how many? 6 pure orbitals. 6 pure orbitals. PO. PO means what? 6 pure orbitals. So what is the ratio here? 2:3. Hybrid orbital is to pure orbital. It is what? 2:3. Is that clear everyone? So which is very important. Next we are going to see benzene, which is very very important. So many times it is asked. In benzene, formula will be what? C6H6. Okay na? So each carbon is what? sp2. sp2 in the sense how many hybrid orbital? 3 hybrid orbital. 1 carbon, 3 hybrid orbital. Total 6 carbons are there. So that is what 3 into 6 carbon atoms, that is 18 hybrid orbitals. Is that clear? So 6 carbons are there. These are what hybrid orbitals are how many? 3. 3 into 6 carbon atom, that is 18 hybrid orbitals. How many pure orbitals then? Each carbon atom, sp2 means what? 1 pure orbital is there. So like that 6 carbon will have the what? 6 pure orbitals. Pure orbital from carbon atom plus. How many hydrogens are there? 6 hydrogen atoms. So 6 pure orbitals from 6 hydrogen atoms. From 6 carbon atoms, 6 pure orbital. Total how many? 12 pure orbitals. So what is the ratio of hybrid orbital to pure orbitals here? 18 is to 12. 18 is to 12. Is that clear? 18 is to 12 in the sense what? You can take 6 3s, 6 2s, 3 is to 2. Is that clear? Which is most important one. One more I am going to say, which is very very important. You can take the what? I am taking a CH4, simple one. After that I will tell you somewhat complex one. So in this case, sp3 hybridization, 4 hybrid orbitals. How many pure orbitals? 4 hydrogen atom. Carbon will have 0. 0 pure orbitals from carbon. 0. Okay. So from hydrogen how many? 4. 4 pure orbital from hydrogen atom. So then total will be what? 4 pure orbitals. So 1 is to 1 ratio. But if you take the what? C, H, Cl3. Now you say for this, I will give you 2 seconds. 1, 2. Now you see here. Okay. Those who want to solve without seeing, you pause the video and you solve it. Now carbon, which type of hybridization it is? All will be sigma bonds. You need to observe that chlorine is what? Monovalent. It forms the what? Sigma bond. All are sigma bond. Now you see in this case, here this carbon will have the what? Hybridization is sp3. So means what? 4 sp3, that is 4 hybrid orbitals. You keep it as it is. Now pure orbital, coming to pure orbital. Hydrogen will have only 1 s orbital, that is not participating. From 1 hydrogen will be what? Pure orbital is what? From hydrogen 1 plus 3 chlorines are there, that is what? 3 chlorine atoms. So each chlorine 17 atomic number. So his valency cell configuration is 3s2 3p5. So 3s contain 1 orbital, 3p contains 3 orbitals. Total how many orbitals are there? 4 orbital. Valency orbitals are how many? 4. Those valence orbitals will involve in chemical bond formation. Those valency cell orbitals are considered as what? Pure orbitals. So each chlorine 3, each chlorine 4, that is 3 chlorine means 12. 12 plus 1, 13. So here how many pure orbital in this molecule? Total 13 pure orbitals we are there. You have to consider the total number of valency cell orbitals which are not participating in hybridization. Those are called what? Pure orbital. So what is the ratio here? Hybrid orbital to pure orbital? That is 4:13. Is that clear everyone? This is what the concept of hybridization shortcuts and the ratio between hybridization, hybrid orbitals and pure orbital. I hope so everyone is understood something. So it is a very 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 important concept. So from this, if you know the hybridization concept, the applications of hybridizations are very wide. So you are going to see what happens in the next coming videos. What is the use of this hybridization? Okay, in competitive point of view also definitely you are going to get questions. For NEET, those who are preparing for the NEET and MSET, you are going to get marks from this, which is very very important. So mostly all the concepts are covered from the hybridization. I hope so everyone has understood. Okay na? So now in the online you have so many formulas to find the pure orbitals. Don't take those formulas. If you forget formula, what happens? It will be very big problem. So don't use those formulas. If you want, you can. If you have memory, you can remember those formulas. But so try to do like this in this manner. It is very easy one. Okay na? So thank you all of you. Have a nice